There was no flashy intro today because this is big. No messing about, just straight to the story. Liverpool's emphatic 4-0 demolition of Galatasaray should have been remembered purely as a statement night in Europe. But instead, all eyes turned to one moment involving Mohamed Salah that could have major consequences heading into the weekend. The Egyptian superstar delivered a performance that perfectly summed up his mentality. After missing a penalty just before half-time, a moment that might rattle most players, Salah came out for the second half with intent. He set up 2 goals, scored 1 himself, and played a decisive role in sending Liverpool into the Champions League quarter-finals. But just as the night seemed to be building into another iconic Salah performance, there was a sudden twist. With under 20 minutes remaining, Salah gestured to the bench. Substitution, concern, and instantly questions. Manager Arne Slot later confirmed it wasn't tactical. It wasn't precautionary rotation. Salah himself had asked to come off after feeling something, words that will send a chill through Liverpool fans, given what's at stake. And the timing couldn't be worse. Liverpool now face a quick turnaround just 62 hours before a tricky trip to Brighton. With injuries already piling up, the potential absence of Salah would be a huge blow. His fitness has been one of his greatest assets over the years, rarely missing games, which only adds to the intrigue around this situation. Is this just a minor scare or something more serious? What makes it even more dramatic is the contrast. On one hand, Salah made history on the night, becoming the first African player ever to reach 50 Champions League goals. On the other, he walked off early, leaving uncertainty hanging over Liverpool's next crucial fixture. Slot was quick to praise his star man's mentality, highlighting how he bounced back from that missed penalty with authority, assisting, scoring, and leading by example. It's that resilience that has defined Salah's time at Liverpool. But now, it's not about mentality, it's about fitness. And Liverpool are running out of time to find answers. With key players already sidelined and a demanding schedule ahead, all focus will be on Salah in the coming days. Fans, staff, and teammates alike will be waiting anxiously for an update. Because if Salah isn't fit, Liverpool's next game suddenly looks a whole lot tougher. In this section of the video, we will go over our 5 biggest takeaways from our 4-0 win over Galatasaray, a complete turnaround from Liverpool in the tie and in their performance levels as they progressed in style. Anfield was key to the 4-0 win over Galatasaray. Number 1, Salah scores 50 in the Champions League. Mohamed Salah had a few chances to reach the milestone of 50 Champions League goals and eventually did so with an outstanding strike. He could have done it the easy way when he had an opportunity to score from the penalty spot, but he made a bit of a mess of his attempt to go down the middle. That was soon forgotten though, as he set up a goal for Hugo Ekitike with a nice right-footed cross, having already assisted Dominic Szoboszlai's opener from a corner. If he can add that weaker foot contribution to his game more often, it could make him much less predictable at a time when many defenders seemed to have worked him out. He then hit a shot that was too much for Galatasaray goalkeeper Jurgen to handle, resulting in a goal for Ryan Gravenberch from the rebound. It was already a good contribution from Salah, but he finally got his name on the score sheet, cutting inside onto his left to unleash a shot and produce one of the best goals in a week of Champions League football full of great strikes. In doing so, he became the first African footballer to score 50 in the Champions League, a man of the match contender and a sign that he can still offer something to this team. Number 2. Anfield's atmosphere provides another assist. After being booed off at Anfield following the draw against Spurs, there was some doubt as to what the follow-up reaction would get at home in this second leg. There should never have been any doubt though, as Anfield will always get behind the team when needed. The atmosphere was buzzing from the start. All that was required then was for the players to respond and give them something to get behind for the rest of the game. And that they did. Anfield, at its best, can help dictate a game, influencing the pressing, intensity, and mindset of the players as much as any pre-match instructions from the coach. There is no hanging back or sitting off when the crowd get behind the team like they can on a European night. When the coach, crowd and players want the same thing and the same style of play, even better, and that's when Liverpool have the best chance of success. Number 3. In better shape as Slot shift setup. Maybe we should also give credit to Slot and his coaching team, as there were a few tweaks to Liverpool's shape, which gave them the best chance to put in the performance they did in this game. It was the kind of thing we've been asking for much of the season so far, getting Salah more advanced and more central, using the fullbacks for the width, and getting Florian Wirtz in that left-sided number 10 position. Milos Kerkez and Jeremy Frimpong offered that width on this occasion, which allowed Salah to get closer to the opposition area more often, rather than facing numerous defenders in order to get there. It was no surprise then that he was involved in each goal. It also meant Wirtz was more involved, and only Dominic Szoboszlai, 93, had more touches than the German, 85, in this game. It helped Salah, it helped Wirtz, and it helped the whole team. And it shows a way forward. Number 4. Szoboszlai continues to star. There has been no question who has been Liverpool's best player this season. Szoboszlai has already won the club's Player of the Month 4 times this campaign, and showed his quality again to begin the turnaround in this second leg. The opening goal in these kinds of games is all important, and it was perhaps no surprise that the Hungarian scored it. It was another special hit, showing his technique with his left foot is just as good as with his right. Firing in a shot from a pass from Alexis McAllister at a corner, the perfect execution of a training ground move. It was also nice to see that there were contributions from throughout the team, and that there was more than just a solitary moment of Szoboszlai magic to celebrate by the end. Number 5. Can this be a catalyst for Liverpool's season? Liverpool responded in the best possible way following the recent disappointment. It wasn't just a convincing result, it was also a much more encouraging style of play. There was a directness and energy about the team in both attack and defense, and a desire to make things happen. Much bigger tests are to come though. The question now is whether they can maintain this level of performance, and do so against opposition that will provide a much tougher test than Galatasaray did in the second leg. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.